they see them as people who dress in black, just always cut like that. Just, you know, stereotype.
People that dress in black?
It's lifestyle. You've heard of goth types, right?
Yeah.
It's the similar. It's a way of a style of living and dress and attitude and music. I don't know. All right. Christine, I like the attention device. I like the sort of question that you ask and all the pictures that come in. One of the problems, though, is that you start interacting with the audience and having conversation with them instead of just sticking to your speech. And then that comes up a couple more times, and I think that's a little bit of a distraction. I think you've got a pretty good statement of what the topic is. Your thesis needs to be a little bit sharper. I didn't really catch a preview in the speech, and that was one of the problems that I had during the presentation. I didn't feel like it was very well organized. I had a hard time figuring out where you were going next and how all this information was going to be structured. I thought you had some good stories in the presentation. There's some explanations. I think you could use a little bit more of the research material into the speech, because I think that you did have some statistics and some information that substantiate the points that you're making. The visuals, primarily it's the attention device that you're using. Later on in the speech, maybe some of the you don't necessarily have to have pictures. For instance, you could have a classification of you know, where this fits into in terms of psychiatric disorders, some statistical comparisons about the other kinds of disorders that fall in that category. You mentioned at one point that you had, you know, what was the number that you had, 20% or 20, you know, early on. You know, so there might be some statistical ways to represent those kinds of ideas also. So I don't, you know, the pictures of the actual cutting or injuries may or may not be all that helpful. It sounds like the audience could have used that. I thought that the poem is not a bad idea, but it needs to come before you get to your exit line. Once you get to the exit line, it's like an anticlimax. You know, everybody's going, oh, well, that works pretty effectively. You got a good exit line. Wow, that was pretty harrowing, and we're listening to that. Oh, wait, something else. And oh, that kind of puts us out of the mode of listening to the speech. And so it probably needs a couple more run-throughs to make it a little bit more polished. All right. Thank you.